Hey guys, good morning. Right, I'll put you there. Right, okay, so I have, hang on, let me put you there. Hopefully that's better, that's going to stand up better. So I've just dropped the dude into preschool, and before I drive home, I just want to talk to you really quickly about a topic that we talked about lots and lots of times. You've heard me talk about loads and loads of times, but obviously that ties into what I want to talk about, because I want to talk to you about consistency and the importance of consistency and what that might look like. Hi Natalie. And why it's so important that really, hey Claire, if somebody came to me and they were like completely new, like in the business, right? They were completely new in the business, or this is also applicable to any area of your life really, where you want to see growth and progress. And they said to me like, hey Tina, what's the one like tip that you could give me? And I would say be consistent, and understanding what consistency actually looks like. And it's not about being extra, like I love the quote, you don't have to be extreme, you just have to be consistent, okay? And that is going to compound. And when you understand, there's another quote that I love, another quote, show me your habits, I'll show you your future. Every single thing in your life, every area of your life, and especially your business, is built up from the habits that you create, the things that you do consistently over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's all about finding the magic in the mundane. So people see success, they see all the bright shiny things, they see incentive trips, hey Teresa, they see people earning awards, they see people doing all these things and achieving things, and they only see the end result. Or I shared a reel on my social media the other day from a business coach that I follow, and he said, when I see people in like really good aesthetic shape, as in like if they've been working out, he was like, I've got so much respect for that person, because not because they look like a fitness model or not because of any other reason. He said, but because I know that the discipline and the work that it takes to get there. I live by the sword with this. It doesn't always produce, but my God, when it works exactly that. And I'm going to talk about that in a sec, Laura. You've totally hit the nail on the head. It's not always necessarily about the end results. It's about the work that you choose to put in. And like what he said was, I totally respect people that I can see that have got there. He said, because you can't cheat getting in shape. You can't cheat. You can't buy getting in shape. You have to do the work when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you're exhausted, when you, that little voice in your head that's like, oh, I can't be bothered today. Well, guess what? It's like that image, isn't it? If you see the ballerina, like this is quite a famous image, that it's a ballerina and they're on point shoes and one of them's taken their shoes off and all her toes are all cut and blistered. And it's like, people want success, so they want to stand on the point shoes and they want the success and they want all the things that come with it, but they don't want to do the work to get themselves there. And it's exactly, people want the success until they understand what it takes. I've realised this month it's not just about posting, it's about oh my God, Claire, yes! It's not just about posting, taking the time to say hi and putting in the effort. So that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. So when it comes in relation to your business, sometimes, so let's just give an example of yesterday. Every day I brained up my morning, I brained up like some non-negotiables I want to get done in my day. And obviously there's always loads of other things I could want to get done. But if I get my non-negotiables done, I can tick that list off at the end of the night. But sometimes you're going to get to the end of the day and think like, oh, I don't feel like I've done anything for my business today. But this is where self-reflection comes in. And some days you're consistent is going to be, you're going to be on fire. You're going to be like really productive. You're going to get all the things done and you're going to be like, yeah, I feel amazing. And then other days, because hormones, life, other commitments, children, unexpected things happening, like that is just the world we live in. That is just the reality of life. That is where the circle of control comes in. You cannot control external circumstances sometimes. You just can't. Like that's never going to change. What you can change is what you do, how you react, how you respond to it, what you then choose to do. So actually what you need to do is when you get to the end of the day, look back, and that's where reflection comes in, and you go, actually, if you had one join conversation, if you told one new person about your business, if you handed out one sample pack, if you asked one person if they'd like a borrow bag, if you, I don't know, posted one thing about Scentsy, if you followed up with one person, that is being consistent in your business. And some days that consistency is going to be all the things, all singing and dancing. It's not just posting though, guys, exactly as Claire said. We'll talk about that in a second. But you're still being consistent. And that is where so many people, I have seen it time and time again. People join the business, they stay for like a month, and then they go, oh, Scentsy doesn't work, network marketing doesn't work, direct sales doesn't work, it's all a scam, it's all... No. It works if you work. And part of working is understanding and being coachable and listening to advice from people. The way my mind has always worked in business, well, in anything in life, is that you wouldn't take mortgage advice from your gardener, or you wouldn't take fitness advice from somebody that's never worked out or looked after themselves, would you? Like, people that have walked the walk and don't just talk the talk are the people that I want to be listening to. The people that are showing up and doing what I want to do. So that I get myself in rooms and environments and books and podcasts and all those things from people that have achieved what I want to achieve. And then I think, right, if they've done it, I can do it. Let's go do it. Let's go do the work. But it takes work, and it takes being consistent. I know where I'm going wrong, and I know what I need to do. I need to eat those frogs and blink and do it. Be more sociable and have those conversations with strangers or people I see on a daily. Hard, right? Hard but worth it, okay? Choose your hard. I love this. Choose your hard. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to put yourself out of your comfort zone and have those conversations. But it's also hard when you're 3 years into your business and you're not where you want to be. Choose your hard. Sometimes it's really hard to, you get up and you're tired and I think, oh, I can't be bothered to work out today. But what's also hard is when I get older and I've got grandkids that I can't run around with because I didn't look after myself when I was younger. And I'm not saying, please don't misconstrue what I'm saying, anybody. I fully understand that sometimes, again, external circumstances you can't help. My mum can't run around with her grandkids, and she did used to work out and look after herself because I remember seeing it. And sometimes that is life. But you can do all the things that are in your control and in your power to try and help. It's always just about getting ahead of the game and trying to help yourself. Most of my sales come from following up and actually speaking to the customer about the products. It's something coming in, and I know that certain people would be interested. I call them and speak to them. Exactly. Energy attracts energy. Sales, not sex. I knew what you meant, babe. I knew what you meant. So anyway, I just wanted to say this before I drive home, because I'm actually going home to fill in the rest of the paperwork for Finley's EHCP. Because if you didn't see my post yesterday, I'm literally like walking on air this morning because we got the go ahead that they're going to take it forward. So we're now at the next stage of where we got knocked back last time. So like, I need to go home and fill in all that paperwork. But it's consistency. It's not about being extreme. It's about being consistent. Some days you are going to feel like you're being extreme and you're doing all the things, but other days you might not, and that's okay. But as long as you're still consistently doing the things, having the conversation. If you haven't posted on social media all day about Scentsy once, but you've had 5 joint conversations and you've handed out your borrow bag and you've gone and done a party, that's okay. Far too many people go, I haven't posted on Facebook today. Doesn't matter. You've been out working your business. It is the work that you do behind social media is where your business is going to grow. Please, 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 please understand that. It's the work you do behind the screen that's where your business is going to grow. That is where growth happens. And you don't have to be extreme, but you do have to be consistent. And sometimes consistency is going to be all the things, and sometimes it's going to be having 1 or 2 conversations or 1 or 2 follow-ups, but you're still being consistent. And before you know it, this is where the compound effect, 2 amazing books on this topic. The Compound Effect by James Clear. No, The Compound Effect, I can't remember who wrote that one. And Atomic Habits by James Clear. Okay? 2 amazing books, podcasts, audiobooks, however you listen to them. I totally recommend that you do. Also, Happily Ever Habits by Jason Harwood, our old stand-in country manager. I don't know Jason's title, that's really bad, but Jason Harwood, our Scentsy's own Jason Harwood, has written a book on habits, okay? It's about being consistent. And then what starts to happen is those things will compound. And then before you know it, 2 months has passed, 6 months has passed, a year has passed, 5 months has passed, 2 years has passed, 5 years has passed, and then before you know it, you look back and look how far you've come. But if you do it for like a week here, then you have 3 weeks off, then you do a little bit here, then you have a month off, it's not going to compound because you're leaving massive gaps in the middle. So you don't always have to be extreme, but you do have to be consistent. Do you know what? I want to say thanks to Scentsy because it doesn't just change your outlook, it changes everything. I'm doing things in my life I would never ever look at doing. Personal things we're doing which is having huge impacts on our personal home life. I've never known that before. Exactly that, Teresa. If that is how you feel, I am doing my job correctly, because that is the impact Scentsy had on me and my life and our family and my relationships and my friendships and my mindset and everything. And I want everybody to experience that, okay? That is why Scentsy is bigger than that for me. Scentsy is bigger than just selling a product. Or, you know, we have a wonderful world-class home fragrance product. And if that's all you want it to be, is earning like an extra £100 a month because you want to sell a bit of a product on the side, amazing. If that is what you want, that is absolutely wonderful. But when you truly understand the power of this business, of this company, of this team, of this community, of this culture, of what I am so flipping passionate about protecting, cultivating and continuing to create in here. It's why I have post approval on. It's why my inbox is always open, but I'm not just going to let anybody post any old stuff in here. It's why I will consistently try and coach you to be mindful of what you put out in the world. Be mindful of what you post on your social media. If you're going on there ranting and raving about, oh my God, somebody pissed me off. Well, what happened? Oh, inbox me, I'll tell you. That's not going to be attracting good things into your world. You know what I'm talking about. Be mindful. What you put out is what you get back. If you are constantly living affected and controlled by external sources, you're never going to move forward. You need to focus on what you can control at all times. And what you can control is your habits. And if you do that consistently, your business will grow. Right, I'm going to go. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. At some point today, there is going to be a girl called Millie coming into here. And I'm not going to tell you what she's going to talk about, but she's amazing. She is a star consultant in Georgie Snedden's team. Sorry, my phone rang. And she's going to be coming live at some point today to talk to you all. And she's flipping amazing. Right, have a wonderful day, and I will... Personal things to... Oh, I love it. Love it. Right, guys, have an amazing day, and I will speak to you soon.